Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Copeland Fieldhouse on the campus of Milton High School in Milton, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity wrestling dual meet between the hosting Wildcats of Milton High School and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. So happy to be back on the mic covering wrestling once again. This one promises to be a fun one here today between Brookline and Milton, excuse me. Brookline coming into this meet with an overall dual meet record of 1-1. They defeated Framingham in the season opener back on December 11th, 48-32, and then lost to Needham in their home opener on December 17th, 42-37. We had that one covered live, and it was a pretty thrilling back and forth dual meet that came down to the final match between the two teams' heavyweights, with Needham getting the win on that one. Milton, meanwhile, just one dual meet to their name, and they are 1-0 on the season, getting a 42-37 win over Newton North on December 17th. So both these teams competing in their first dual meet of 2026, and both hoping to ring in the new year with a win. I'll go through the Brookline lineup in just a second, but first I want to direct your attention to some helpful links in the description section of this video. 1 second. Nope. 1 second, just having a little difficulty with some things. Here we go. Yes, first off, down in the description section of the video, first off, you can find a link to the official GoFundMe page of the Brookline Grapplers support team, the official booster club of Brookline High Wrestling. So if you would like to send money to help support Brookline High Wrestling, you can do so through that link down in the description section. You can also find a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight for today, the Brookline Community Foundation. For over 100 years, the Brookline Community Foundation has been a trusted partner, supporting Brookline by investing in organizations and initiatives that help create opportunity and promote equity for everyone who lives, learns, works, and plays in our community. Among the Foundation's many grant programs is the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School, which provides graduating BHS students with scholarships to help fund post-secondary education. Your help is crucial to supporting these Brookline youth as they embark on the next steps in their educational journeys. Visit brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442 to learn to learn more about the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School and how you can make a difference right here in Brookline. Once again, that's brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442. And once again, all that information is in the description section of the video down below. Sorry about that. Can't always control when a sneeze is coming on. But anyway, we will soon be getting this one underway. We are slated for a 4:30 p.m. start here in this dual meet between Brookline and Milton. Now, I do have the lineup for Brookline. I have a full roster for Milton, but unfortunately I don't have a lineup to show who is wrestling for the Wildcats in which weight class. I'm hoping I'll be able to pick that up as I go, you know, either through a PA announcer or through just hearing people shouting the names of who's out there on the mats. But we do have the lineup complete with which weight class they're wrestling in for Brookline. So let's go through our lineup of wrestlers for the Brookline Warriors here today. Starting off in the 106-pound weight class, we have co-captain Alyssa Sukarenko. Next, in the 113-pound class, we have Robbie Richard. In the 120-pound class, Sid Samuels. In the 126-pound class, Armani Osorio. In the 132-pound class, co-captain Liam Christ. In the 138-pound class, Sean McColgan. In the 144, Theo Salvin. In the 150, David Kim. In the 157, co-captain Manny Tolkoff. In the 165, Liam Chan. In the 175, Alexander Muravyov. In the 190, Trey Lara. In the 215, Serhii Prokopenko. And in the 285, Q Miller. Head coach of the Brookline High wrestling team is Brandon Brutamesso, with assistant coach Stephen Good and team managers Jazz Winston, Eliane Williams, and Isla Denishenko. So that's our lineup for Brookline. Like I said, I unfortunately do not have the assigned lineup for Milton. There's one that I can make an educated guess as to the weight class for Milton, and that is in the 120-pound class, Riley Ellis, I suspect, will be wrestling that one for the Wildcats, as Ellis, in the most recent rankings released by Mass Wrestling Rankings, I saw them post the rankings on Instagram, they had Riley Ellis ranked 8th in the state in the 120-pound class. So very high-profile wrestler for Milton. We can expect him to be representing the Wildcats going against Sid Samuels in the 120-pound class. Brookline with no shortage of top 25 ranked wrestlers themselves. Liam Christ ranked 16th in the state in the 132-pound class. Manny Tolkoff, his fellow co-captain, ranked 24th in the 157-pound class. And Alexander Muravyov ranked 23rd in the state in the 175-pound class. So Milton with the highest rated wrestler between these two rosters, but Brookline with the most top 25 ranked wrestlers on their roster. But of course, plenty of other wrestlers on both lineups that are going to be making the real difference here today. As Brookline, of course, in that Needham dual meet, they got wins from all three of their top-ranked wrestlers. Muravyov and Tolkov winning by pin, Christ winning by major decision. But ultimately, Needham ended up getting the win in that one. Still waiting on the start of this meet here. And you can see from our scoreboard cam in the bottom left corner of your screen, we got a camera pointed at the scoreboard. That'll be helping us to keep track of the in-match scores. You know, maybe they'll have team scores on the scoreboard. That was kind of glitchy when we covered the meet at Schlunt's Gym back in December. So I've got a little score bug hanging out just above the scoreboard cam to measure the team scores. Remember, of course, a team gets 6 points if they win by pinfall, by forfeit, or by default or disqualification. They get 5 team points for a technical fall, which means you finish the match with a lead of 15 points or more. If a player goes up by 15 points or more, I'm pretty sure the match just ends there automatically with the technical fall victory. And then the team gets 5 points for that. You get 4 team points for winning via major decision, which is winning by a margin of 8 to 14 points. And then you get 3 team points for a normal decision victory, which is winning the match by a margin of fewer than 8 points. And remember, the way you get points in a match as an individual wrestler is that you get 3 points for a takedown, bringing your opponent from a standing position down to the mat and being in control of them. You get 1 point for an escape, meaning getting away when your opponent has you on the mat, has you down on the mat, and they have control. If you're able to get away or get into a neutral position, you get 1 point for the escape. You get 2 points for a reversal, which means you come from underneath your opponent and then you gain control. Coming out from a position where your opponent had control, that gets you 2 points. And then if you get a near fall, which means if you get your opponent with one shoulder down on the mat or both shoulders within 4 inches of the mat, or if you manage to hold your opponent in a high bridge or on both elbows, then that counts as a near fall. You get 2 points if the near fall lasts for 2 seconds. You get 3 points if the near fall lasts for 3 seconds. And you get 4 points if the near fall lasts for 4 or more seconds. And then lastly, you can get 1 or 2 points for a penalty. And that's at the official's discretion for calling things such as illegal holds, technical violations, unnecessary roughness, unsportsmanlike conduct, flagrant misconduct, which would mean an ejection, and that would just end the match. So, I mean, you don't get points for that one. You just get the win. And then stalling is also a penalty you can be called for. And with stalling, you typically get 1 warning before being penalized and awarding points to your opponent. Remember, folks, if you know of any Brookline wrestling fans that you think might be interested in tuning into this broadcast, be sure to send them the link to this live stream. These live streams are typically unlisted, meaning that only folks with the exact link can find them. This is done so that opposing teams do not use these videos for scouting future opponents, you know, for scouting Brookline. so it's unlisted, so be sure to share this link with as many Brookline wrestling fans as you can. These will become public at the end of the season. That's typically the way I do things with all the teams that I cover. Anyone who is familiar with my coverage from other sports is probably familiar with that. Looks like Milton is finishing their warm-ups. I think we already saw Brookline doing their warm-ups, so I think we'll soon be getting this meet underway. Opening, of course, with the 106-pound class. Captains coming out. For Brookline, that is Alyssa Sukarenko, Liam Christ, and Manny Tolkoff. There are 3 co-captains who will be wrestling in the 106, 132, and 157-pound classes. For those of you who might have missed my pre-meet rundown of the lineup is as follows. In the 106-pound class for Brookline, Alyssa Sukarenko. In the 113, Robbie Richard. In the 120, Sid Samuels. In the 126, Armani Osorio. In the 132, Liam Christ. In the 138, Sean McColgan. In the 144, Theo Salvin. In the 150, David Kim. In the 157, Manny Tolkoff. In the 165, Liam Chan. In the 175, Alexander Muravyov. In the 190, Trey Lara. In the 215, Serhii Prokopenko. And in the 285, Q Miller. Now, unfortunately, while we do have a full roster for Milton, we did not get the full lineup by weight class, so I'm just going to be trying to fill in those blanks as we go. As I don't think we'll have the PA announcer going today. I would like if we did, but I don't think we will. Oops. We got a brief cutout of the Wi-Fi here. I'm hoping that recovers. As we get started with the 106-pound match here, Alyssa Sukarenko representing Brookline. Not sure who's representing Milton, but squaring up here, minimal contact. Now almost wrapped up there. Just looking for the opening here, not even really getting entangled yet. And now we've got a grab. And, oh, almost a great turnaround by Sukarenko, but that, I think, is going to be a 3-point takedown. Or maybe, yes, we can see the 3 points awarded to the Milton wrestler. On top of Sukarenko there. Sukarenko staying splayed out on her stomach there, not really giving him any opportunity to turn her over. He's trying to wrench that left arm, gain the leverage there. Gonna try and switch up my Wi-Fi here while this is going. Pardon me, fans. An attempted escape there, and oh, this might be a turnaround for Sukarenko. Sukarenko with a great reversal to earn herself 2 points. And now they switch back to a neutral position. I don't see any escape points rewarded, but that is the end of round 1. Okay, looks like the Wi-Fi is recovered. Not sure what that was about, but now I gotta fix my scoreboard cam here. There we go. Quick fix there. They did award the point to the Milton wrestler. So it's a 4-2 lead in favor of Milton as we start the second round. 1 takedown and 1 escape for Milton to give them their 4 points. And a reversal for Alyssa Sukarenko to award her 2 points for Brookline here. We're starting with Sukarenko in control on top here. Milton wrestler trying to push from his knees. Sukarenko wrapping that right leg over to try and keep some leverage, keep him down. Trying to turn him over. Again, using that right leg to wrap around. Milton wrestler splays out there. Sukarenko trying to reposition, moving her body to his left side, and we've got a whistle. That might have been a penalty called against somebody, or perhaps not. Looks like they're just resetting here. Minute left in the second round, and oh, an escape for the Milton wrestler. Just a quick grab of the arm and just wrenching it away. Sukarenko trailing 5-2 here in the second round. Locking arms here. And the Milton wrestler goes low and goes for the takedown. That's going to be another 3 points to him. An 8-2 advantage now for the Wildcats in this 106-pound match. Putting the arm on the back of the neck there. Trying to maintain some control. Now moving over to Sukarenko's left. And now he's got some leverage on that left shoulder, trying to turn over Sukarenko, and she survives to the end of the second round. The buzzer sounds there. Moving to round 3. Right now still in range of a normal decision win. Sukarenko would need something big to come back from this deficit here in the third round of this 106-pound match. They go down, and it looks like the Milton wrestler is going to take control. That's another 3 points. That's going to be good for a major decision if this score holds, but he's trying to flip that right shoulder. Sukarenko is going to get pinned. And so that will be a 6-point win for Milton. And it looks like they've got the team scores as the top score on the scoreboard, so we won't be needing my little score bug. 6-0 Milton leads as we move on to the 113-pound class. For Brookline, Robbie Richard going up against the Milton wrestler. Again, not sure who's who for Milton. And they briefly locked up, but then Richard released it. Grabbing around the shoulders. Now the Milton wrestler trying to go low. Great control by Richard, but the Milton wrestler trying to grab around the neck there. Both wrestlers fighting for position. Neither one getting a clean takedown just yet. They're moving close to out of bounds around the barrier of the circle here. And now they're fully out. That left foot of the Milton wrestler, the last thing to go over there. Remember, fans, if there's anything you'd like to say over the course of this broadcast, I encourage you to do so either in the live chat, or you can send me an email if you like, with any comments you may have. Here in the 113-pound class, Richard locking up with his opponent here, trying to reposition. Going low. Grabbing around the waist. The Milton wrestler not giving him anything. Richard grabbing at that leg, but they go out of bounds. No takedown there. Good defensive efforts by the Milton wrestler to get out of bounds before Richard could get the takedown. Some nice adjustment and improvisation from Richard offensively there, grabbing around the waist, and then when that grab slipped away, went after the leg. Resetting here. Looks like they gave 1 point to Milton there, maybe for an escape or a penalty. But this looks like it's going to be a full takedown for Milton. No, they gave the 1 point to Brookline, my mistake. It's a 3-1 lead for Milton here. The Milton wrestler on top of Richard. Trying to get under that left arm, see if he can grab that right arm over to try and flip him. Richard still holding firm here, tried an escape but no dice. Now underneath that right arm, Richard close to escaping. Richard trying to grab there, not quite. Almost a full escape for Richard, but it looks like he was trying to go for the full reversal instead, but didn't have time. Ends up costing him a point, and Richard deciding to go from the down position here in round 2. Quickly going for the escape, but oh, a one-leg takedown by Milton. He was already in the advantageous position, so no points there. And now Richard trying to slip away again. Again, the Milton wrestler grabbing him by the legs, and this time grabbing him by both legs and throwing him down. Richard still on his stomach. Trying to grab around the neck and under that left arm. Now going under both arms. Trying to decide what he wants to do with that right arm. Keeps switching back and forth between under the arm and over the arm. Now his left arm going over the top of Richard's left arm. Trying to pull him, but Richard holding firm for now. Richard again trying to escape. Opting to stay on his stomach there as he almost had him turned around. Oh, a flip over. Richard briefly survives and now fully survives, manages to flip back onto his stomach again. An aggressive flip attempt there from Milton. And now they flip him over onto his back. I think they've got the near fall. And he's got, I think, the full 4-second near fall on Richard here as he able to flip over onto his stomach. Now flipping him over again, trying to go for the pin, and he's got it. Milton opens up with back-to-back pin victories as they'll go up 12-0 over Brookline to start. Now we move to the 120-pound class. It's the one where I know who the Milton wrestler is because he is top 10 ranked in the state. That's Riley Ellis for the Wildcats going up against Brookline's Sid Samuels. They lock up fast. Ellis goes low, grabbing around the legs. Trying to take control of Samuels there as he manages to be awarded the takedown. Taking control of Samuels there. Samuels over on his stomach. Ellis grabbing around that left arm, now reaching under the right arm as well. Samuels wrenches the hands free, but he repositions. Now he's got a grip on that left arm, trying to flip it over. Samuels gets up on his feet. Got himself turned around. And now he's grabbing at the leg of Ellis. Samuels trying to go for the takedown. Ellis unbelievably holding firm here and preventing the takedown. Now he's trying to remaneuver. Got an arm under the head, an arm under the leg. Samuels has to release that left leg, just couldn't keep his grip on it. Ellis with tremendous defensive technique there. Samuels had him by the leg. Looked like he was going to get the takedown, but then Ellis denied him. Ellis is now using his legs to wrap up that left leg. Now reaching under that left arm. Releases the leg. Now repositions onto the right side of Samuels. Samuels standing up. Samuels trying to push the arms away, get the escape, but instead Ellis grabs under the left leg, holding on, and Samuels prevents another takedown. Wouldn't have gotten points, but could have put him in a tough position there, but the clock strikes 0 on the first round. A 3-0 lead for Ellis. Ellis again going for that left leg, trying to get the takedown from the neutral position. Samuels trying to grip around Ellis's right leg. Neither wrestler with control yet. Samuels trying to turn it around. Ellis grabbing him around that left leg, though, and it looks like Ellis takes control to earn the 3-point takedown. Staying on top, wrapped around that left arm. Over on the right side of Samuel's body. Reaching around the neck now with his left arm underneath Samuel's left. Now Ellis briefly transitioned to the leg, but stays under the arm instead. Now he's got him flipped over on his back. He got the flip over with that arm. Samuels rolling from side to side, but Ellis gripping at that left arm, trying to force it down, using his leg to leverage the head there. Samuels very close to the pin, trying to push him away, but he cannot. A third straight pin victory for Milton as they will go up 18-0. Boy, give Sid Samuels a lot of credit there. He was going up against one of the top 10 wrestlers in the state in the 120-pound class. And he hung in there as well as he could. Up to the 126-pound class now for Brookline, Armani Osorio. Hoping he can turn things around in Brookline's favor. Swaps around to the back and a full takedown from the waist grip. Armani Osorio giving Brookline their first lead in a match in a little while. Actually, I think this might be their, outside of the 1-0 brief lead that Richard had in the 113-pound class, I think this is the first in-match lead that Brookline has had. So it's their first multi-point lead in any match so far. Osorio staying on top. Trying to wrap around that right arm as he's on top of the left arm as well. Now switching to underneath the left arm. Positioning his legs to the left side of the Milton wrestler's body. He's standing up, trying to push the arms away, but Osorio maintaining that grip, bringing him back down to the mat, trying to go on top of that right arm. He's standing back up again, trying to push the arms away. Osorio with the grip of that right arm, staying around that neck area. His left arm got briefly pushed away, but he would not let go. Osorio staying on top, now wrapping around that left leg. Osorio repositioning now. On top, and again, the Milton wrestler. We got a bit of a reach around here, and we've got a 2-point reversal for the Milton wrestler. Osorio was in control for most of that round, but a big reversal at the end from the Milton wrestler. Makes it a 3-2 score at the end of round one. Osorio's big problem when trying to assert his control in that first round was just whenever he got on top of the guy, he seemed able to just fully push up his entire body weight just with the strength of his legs. They lock up in the neutral. Going for a takedown is Osorio, and he's got it. 3 points to Brookline. A 6-2 lead for Osorio. Trying to go back to work from the top position. That left leg moving over, trying to see if he can get a flip him over. But no dice. Just staying on top of him. Again, moving towards that left side. Pinwheeling around here as he's trying to get some upward leverage on the Milton wrestler's left arm. And now we got to stop here. We'll reset from the middle with Osorio in control. Quick grab around the arms by the Milton wrestler, but Osorio maintaining that strong grip around the waist. The grip strength from Osorio has been a big asset for him in this match so far, as again, trying to see if he can get a flip from that left side, but no dice there. Milton wrestler again trying to use that lower body strength to try and push up. Osorio trying to wrap up the left leg, but no dice there. Wrenching that left arm instead. Osorio trying to get the full flip. It's Osorio's upper body strength against the Wildcat wrestler's lower body strength. Osorio trying to bring around that right leg to get the full leverage, but could not, as the Milton wrestler recovered back to a flat position too fast. Osorio again trying to flip from the left side over. It's been his main focus offensively so far, but with just 5 seconds left in the round, I think that's where this second round is going to wrap up. Still a 6-2 lead in favor of Osorio at the end of round 2. From the neutral in round 3 we begin. Milton wrestler was trying to go low for a takedown, but Osorio makes him pay, flips him over. Almost had a near pin, but couldn't hold it long enough. Does he have one shoulder down? He got the 3-point takedown. He's trying to go for the pin. Now he's got the lower body on top, and I think Osorio got it. Armani Osorio securing the first win of the day for Brookline. Let's check that out again. Osorio caught the Milton wrestler trying to reposition and just asserted some lower body weight. Interestingly enough, after upper body weight had been his main source of strength throughout most of that match. We move quickly to the 132-pound class, and we got a quick takedown, I believe, by Liam Christ, and we got a whistle stoppage here. Oh, it looks like they're saying the Milton wrestler got dropped on his head, so it's a safety concern. They're going to have him checked out. Maybe they didn't award a takedown to Christ. I thought they did. So briefly, dangerous play. The ref playing it safe, looking out for the kids. I got nothing but respect for that. Looks like Christ will be starting from in control, and now the official is saying that Christ got the 3 points for the opening takedown there. Christ, the highest rated Brookline wrestler, the co-captain, rated 16th in the state in the 132-pound class. The Milton wrestler getting 1 point for the escape as they set up in the neutral once again. Locking up. Chris trying to attack from high, actually, as opposed to trying to get the leverage from below. Chris trying to pull him down and then see if he can flip him over into a position of control. And it looks like he did. He got the 3 points for the takedown, but then a quick escape for the Milton wrestler makes it 6-2. Again, Chris attacking from high, and now he switches to low for his third takedown of the round. It's like attacking with curveballs for the first couple of pitches of an at-bat and then going for the heater. Great mix-up from Liam Christ. 3 takedowns through the first round. Still 40 seconds left in the round. Christ trying to assert himself from the control position, trying to flip over that left side. Using the legs to lock up that right leg as he now tries to flip over the right side. And couldn't quite there, so he switches back to trying to flip the left. As he's got his arms around that left leg. But again, some good upper body maneuvers from the Milton wrestler as Chris trying to assert starting from the legs for most of these maneuvers. Oh, but now he might have something, but not quite, as that's going to be the end of round 1. It'll be a 9-2 lead for Chris at the end of the first round here in the 132-pound class. Folks, let me know if the lighting looks okay on this camera view. Couldn't tell if my laptop monitor was playing tricks on me, making it look like the lighting was changing. Chris trying to pick him up and drop him down, but just staying on top of him. He started the round in the control position, so no takedown points there. The Milton wrestler has only been able to get points off escapes so far. Chris staying on top of him. Had his legs in kind of an interesting position, but now transitions to something a little more typical. Quickly maneuvering his body to the left side, trying to wrap up both, and now just focusing on that left arm. Got it wrenched. Oh, now I see what the lighting is. It's the light there, but a near pin now for Chris, putting everything onto that left arm. The Milton wrestler trying to use his left leg to keep him from getting the shoulders down, but I think Chris got it. Liam Christ with the pin victory. And Brookline cuts the deficit down to 6. Again, good focus on the left arm from Liam Christ. The way he just maneuvered from one angle of attack to another so quickly, so hard to contain if you're the opposing wrestler. And now we move to the 138-pound class. Sean McColgan battling for Brookline against the Milton wrestler. McColgan trying to see if he can tie things up for Brookline, if he can get another pin victory. But the Milton wrestler's got him by his right leg, and did he get the takedown? And it looks like he did. McColgan didn't give it to him easy, but now we've got a near fall. He's trying to bridge, trying to slide himself out of bounds, but he's still in there. Running out of time, trying to slide himself out. Oh, but they gave the pin. Brookline wanted the out of bounds call so badly. But McColgan, I think, still had 1 foot inside the circle, and so it's going to be a quick 54-second pin for Milton. As they reassert their lead 24-12. Moving to the 144-pound class. For Brookline, we have Theo Salvin. Locked up. Salvin trying to get under the arms there. The Wildcat wrestler not giving him much. Here, Salvin just keeps trying to lift, and oh, now asserting the pressure. Oh, wait, who's got control? They went rolling on that one. And we got a near fall now for Salvin. Looks like he got a 2-second near fall. So a takedown and a 2-second near fall should have Salvin up 5-0 early. And they now go out of bounds. Boy, what quick rolling from Salvin. It looked like he was either going to lose the takedown or surrender a reversal, but instead, quick rolling from him to reassert his control, make sure he got the full takedown points, and then getting the near fall on top of it. As we reset, Salvin on top here. First tried to leverage that right leg, no dice there. Trying to flip him over. Great use of his legs to assert the leverage there, and he tried to focus on that right arm and got another near fall, a 3-second near fall that time. Couldn't quite get the full pin. Salvin's lost the leverage of his legs here, but he's trying to reassert it. Wrapping that left leg around the waist there. Trying to focus his upper body efforts on the left arm of the Milton wrestler. And he's got another near fall. Can Salvin finish it this time? Pushing that upper body onto that left arm. Trying to get both arms down, and he got it. Theo Salvin taking care of business in the 144-pound class. Let's take a look at that again. Again, had that left arm down. I think he wrapped his left arm around the right of the Milton wrestler to be able to get that last shoulder down. Brookline staying close with Milton here. It's been an exciting dual meet so far. All pins. All pins so far as we move to the 150-pound class. David Kim wrestling for Brookline, and he gets taken down for the first 3 points of the match. Just had a strong grip on that right leg. Trying to wrap up that left arm and get it pinned to the mats. But Kim trying to stand himself up on his feet, but then brought back down. Grip around the waist. Staying strong for the Milton wrestler so far. Kim staying on his knees to keep himself in a good position to push himself up. Milton wrestler trying to wrap around. Tried moving up that right side of the body, now switching to the left. And now out of bounds, they will reset. And I now see why I thought maybe there was something wrong with my camera lighting. It's because there's something wrong with one of the lights in the ceiling here at the Copeland Fieldhouse. It keeps blinking on and off. So my apologies for any impacts on the lighting that has. But overall, I think it's been okay. Restarting from the center with the Milton wrestler still in control. Kim quickly getting back up to his knees every time, but now the Milton wrestler leveraging that left side. Kim is in trouble here as we got the near fall. Trying to use that left elbow and now trying to bridge. Using that left leg to try and assert himself up, but the Milton wrestler put his whole body on that left shoulder and he gets the pin. (30-18) the score as we move to the 157-pound class. And for Brookline, their final co-captain, Manny Tolkoff, stepping into the circle here. Attacking high to start. As they lock up, they release. Tolkoff again grabbing high and then trying to switch to low, but a good dodge by the Milton wrestler. Again gripping high. Tolkoff trying to slip down low to grab the legs. And now the Milton wrestler trying to go low. He's got him up off the mat, but Tolkov not giving him control, and Tolkov flips him over to get his own three-point takedown. Or did they give the reversal? Okay, the scoreboard resetting. It was just a three-point takedown for Tolkov. I can understand the confusion there. It looked like Milton was going to get the takedown, but Tolkov, with some great maneuvering through the air to get the takedown of his own. But now we've got a reversal and almost a near fall there. Looks like maybe a 2-second near fall for Milton, or a 3-second actually. 5-3 now the score. Tolkov trying to flip him over. The Milton wrestler still in control here. Just over 40 seconds on the clock here in the first round. Tolkov wrapping up that right leg, now trying to wrap up the left leg as well. Keeping a grip on both as the Milton wrestler trying to reach underneath and reposition himself. Grabbing at Tolkov's left leg. Tolkov strong with his left leg, not letting him fully flip him there. Milton wrestler trying to re-grip around the head. Standing back up now. And back to a neutral position. It'll be a one-point escape for Manny Tolkov as he immediately attacks low, grabs both legs. Whoa, a pickup around the waist. But the buzzer sounds, and that'll be the end of round one. A 5-4 lead in favor of the Milton wrestler. And he'll have the top position to start the second round. Maneuvering around that left side. He's got the flip over. Tolkov bridging, fighting desperately to keep his right side up now. He's in trouble. Quick bridge with the right leg. Tolkov still pushing, trying to prevent the pin, and he somehow flips around onto his stomach. Great job avoiding the pin as the Milton wrestler is still trying to assert that is going to be a 4-point near fall for Milton. A miraculous save, though, from Manny Tolkov. Every other wrestler who's been in that kind of position today has been fully pinned, I feel like. But Tolkov saving himself there as it'll be a 9-4 deficit for Tolkov. The Brookline co-captain, ranked 24th in the state coming into this match. But this Milton wrestler giving him some serious trouble here. And Tolkov with a quick flip around. Nice reversal from Tolkov. Cuts the deficit down to 3. Tolkov keeping the grip around the waist, now going under the leg. Trying to flip him back down, but the Milton wrestler grabbing around that left leg. They both go to the mats, and they're going to be out of bounds. 47 seconds on the clock here in the second round. Milton leads this match 9-6. They lead the meet 30-18. Now after a bit of a false start there, now he gets started properly. Tolkov from the top position, trying to flip him over. Gutsy move from Tolkov. Bit of a risky position here. He does seem to have control. Tolkov getting flipped though. And that's a reversal, but it was a 4-second near fall. But now Milton's got the near fall. What a reversal by Milton. Tolkov trying to stay alive again. And Tolkov again survives what looked to be certain death there, and now Tolkov gets the reversal at the last second. Back and forth these two wrestlers go here in the 157-pound match. It's a 15-12 score as the Milton wrestler got the 4-second near fall to go up from 11 to 15. He had gone up from 9 to 11 off the reversal. Tolkov had gone up from 6 to 10 off his own 4-second near fall, and then he got his own reversal to cut it back to a 3-point score. So both guys racking up 6 points in that wild exchange of flips there. Two minutes left in this 157-pound match, and anything could happen here. Absolutely anything. We might just see a normal decision win, which, if this margin holds, that's what it would be. But we could just as easily see a pin come out of this. We've had so many near falls from both guys. We could also just as easily see Tolkov turn this around, take the lead himself. Maybe he takes it in a decision. Or maybe he takes it in the pin. Some discussion going on at the scorer's table. Not sure what for. All right, looks like Tolkov will have the top position to start the third and final round. And we got another false start here. And now he gets started properly. Tolkov reaching under the arms. Milton wrestler trying to grab that right leg. Now trying to grab the left leg. Trying to reverse it on Tolkov. Tolkov trying to keep a grip of his own. Trying to wrap his left leg around the Milton wrestler's leg so he can leverage it. And in the end, they go to the mat with Tolkov still in the top position. Nobody gets any points off of that. They're very close to being out of bounds, and now they're fully out. Again, you cannot take your eyes off this 157-pound match for a second. They reset from the center of the mat. Tolkov looks like he's trying to leverage that right side, trying to reach around and wrap up that left arm as he wrenches the right one. Still trying to push, but the Milton wrestler gets up to his knees, and Tolkov tries to reposition. Standing up now is the Wildcat wrestler. Milton pushes him back down with a grip around the waist. Oh, foot got in the face there, but it looks like we got a 2-second near fall for Tolkov, and now he's trying to get another one. Looks like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Looks like a full 4-second near fall for Tolkov as he completely reverses the lead here with 2 back-to-back near falls in quick succession. He's now up 18-15. Trying to assert his pressure. Oh, the Milton wrestler tried to escape, but instead another near fall for Tolkov, and Tolkov's got his upper body pushing down on that left arm. He flips over, and there's the pin for Tolkov. With 10 seconds left, Manny Tolkov coming through clutch. What a third round for the Brookline co-captain. Boy, you think about all the near pins that Tolkov just barely survived to then be able to not only come back from the match score deficit to take the lead, but then to come out of that with a pin. Incredible. As we move to the 165-pound match for Brookline, it's Liam Chan quickly wrapping up with the Milton wrestler. Neither side getting full control, but now I think Milton's got full control, or do they? No signaling of points either way from the official. Quick maneuvering here from both sides, and it looks like, is Chan going to take control? I think Chan took control. Boy, no wasting of time. No time to sit and take in how incredible that 157-pound match was. We've got a new match to revel in as Chan trying to assert himself from the top, rolling him over. Couldn't get that shoulder down. Gripping around the neck now, trying to go under the arms. Chan trying to tangle up the leg, but no dice. And do we have a full reversal? Yes, we do. We got a full reversal, possibly a near fall for Milton. Looks like it. He's counting 2, 3, and a full 4-second near fall as Chan trying to stay alive. Trying to push up that left side with his leg. He's in trouble as he flips over to the right side. And it'll be now a 2-point reversal for Chan. So 6 points for the Milton wrestler for the reversal and the 4-second near fall. 2 points for Chan on his own reversal. Makes it 6-5 with just under 20 seconds to go. This 165-pound match proving to be a thriller of its own, at least early in this one. Chan trying to turn it around. He's got the near fall. 2, 3, and 4. He might have the full pin. Chan pushing down. Oh, but there's the buzzer as the Milton wrestler survives. It'll be 4 more points to Chan. Almost had him finish there, but just didn't have enough time. Things are really starting to heat up here at Copeland Fieldhouse. A pin for Chan would tie us up on the team score at 30 points apiece. But surviving to the buzzer, a big effort for the Milton wrestler. As we start with Chan in the top position. He's trying to grab around that left leg. Now flipping over. Almost got on top of him. Now he's almost, again, just can't quite get that near fall. The Milton wrestler bucking fast. Now trying to wrench that left arm. Trying to flip him over. He's got him in the near fall again. Can Chan finish it this time? He's got that lower body on top of the right arm rather. And did he get the pin? I think Chan actually got the pin. He did. Liam Chan. It all happened so fast. I didn't even get a proper replay there. But Liam Chan ties it up for Brookline in the team score as we move to the 175-pound match for Brookline. Alexander Ale Muravyov, ranked 23rd in the state rankings in his weight class, trying to give Brookline the lead for the first time today as he gets the 3-point takedown. Muravyov flipping him over as he was trying to stand up. Muravyov trying to assert things. He's got the near fall. Might have only gotten 2 seconds there, but he's still got a 5-point lead. Good acrobatic escape, or not escape, but survival there for the Milton wrestler to prevent the full pin. Muravyov got his right arm wrapped around his opponent's. Now he's trying to grab around the head as he repositions. Still trying to keep that right arm entangled. But now, again, switching up his positions, trying to use the legs. But the Milton wrestler splaying out, but that might leave him vulnerable here. Muravyov's got his left leg around his opponent's. trying to pull over the upper body with it as well. But no dice there. Muravyov still asserting his control through this first round. He's now trying to get underneath that left arm again, but again, just didn't quite get the positioning he wanted. Now he's trying to wrench the right arm, switching directions here. Oh, but he might have faked him out there as he switches to the left. And just 10 seconds left in the round. And so it looks like this is how the first round will end, with a 5-0 lead for Muravyov. Seems like the name of the Milton wrestler is Eli, so I believe it's Eli Dobrindt. So I managed to get another Milton wrestler's name. Dobrindt now going for the takedown, although I think he actually started with the top position, so no points there. Muravyov standing up, Dobrindt grabbing around the waist. But now Muravyov, quick maneuvering. Dobrindt couldn't have a good grip as he went to the ground. And Muravyov, quick body maneuvering to get on top of him. He gets the 2-point reversal. 7-0 the advantage there. Muravyov staying on top of him here. Not letting him grab at the leg. He kind of splayed out, almost went from a defensive offensive position there. But now Muravyov seems more in control. Trying to wrap up that right arm. Trying to flip him over. And he's also trying to wrap up that right leg. Clearly trying to flip over that right side. Oh, and he got the flip over. He's got the near pin. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. And now getting fully on top of him, trying to get both shoulders down. His opponent bridges, and there is the pin for Ale Muravyov. Ale Muravyov in one of the higher weight classes, but his ability to maneuver his body around to different positions so swiftly while also asserting his strength and his weight. Just incredible to watch sometimes, as now Brookline taking the lead in the dual meet. They fell behind 18-0 to start, as it looks like we've actually got a forfeit in the 190-pound class. So we're tied back up at 36 following the Brookline forfeit. Not sure what happened with Trey Lara. I hope he's okay. But we're going to move ahead to the 215-pound class for Brookline Serhii Prokopenko. Hoping to put the Warriors back in the lead. Locked up, and a takedown for Prokopenko, looks like, although not quite. No takedown either way, but now Prokopenko again flips him down. And now they're just rolling around fast, and they do award a 3-point takedown to Prokopenko. And now they go out of bounds just as Prokopenko was about to go for the near fall. Just ran out of room. They'll reset with Prokopenko on top. This dual meet really coming down to the heavyweights. We saw a quick roll over there, and now Prokopenko grabbing around the legs. Got him in the near fall. Might be able to finish. Can he get that left shoulder down? He's got a full control of the left leg there, and he's not letting go. He's got the full 4-second near fall, but can he get the full pin? Prokopenko leveraged, and he got him. Serhii Prokopenko comes through with the pin. Just asserted that last bit of lift on the legs to get that left shoulder down. And it's a 42-36 lead now for Brookline as we move into the last match of the day. The 285-pound heavyweight class. Q Miller representing Brookline. Anything short of a pin victory for Milton gives Brookline the victory in the dual meet. We've got a takedown for the Wildcats to start. A pin for Milton would tie us up at 42. Anything less and Brookline wins the meet. Miller escaping back to the neutral position. 3-1. Miller, he just needs to survive until the end of the match or possibly get the win himself. Either way, and Brookline would come away the victors. Wrapped up in the neutral here. Miller tried a couple reaches for the legs, but nothing there. Both teams' benches on their feet here for the last match of the night. Some pushing. Now wrapped up, and again they release. Milton wrestler grabs round over the neck, but again, nothing quite there. 40 seconds left in the round. And again, just some brief entanglements and then the release. And again, just nothing quite yet. Both of them just kind of biding their time, looking for that opening. Staying in the neutral for most of this round in a way we haven't really seen from any other match. Oh, the Milton wrestler tried to grip, and Miller slipped away. Almost got a grip himself, but the Milton wrestler able to maneuver around, and we got a readjustment of equipment here. Just 3 seconds left in the round, and that'll tick away. Three to 1, the Milton lead here at the end of one. Again, if Miller can prevent himself from being pinned this match, he gives the win to Brookline. The Milton wrestler has him gripped around the back, but Miller gets himself free. Q Miller with some strong defensive wrestling throughout this match so far. Miller trying to assert his grip around the neck, but it's going to be Milton getting the 3-point takedown. It's a 6-1 lead for the Wildcats. And now he's got the near fall. Miller trying to escape, trying to keep that right shoulder up. He flips back over. Almost, but couldn't quite. And now Milton's got more leverage. Miller couldn't escape. And it will be all tied up at the end of all of the scheduled matches. And so, I guess that's it. Looks like the teams are lining up for the handshakes here at the end. And yeah, that's going to do it. The final score in this dual meet ends in a tie. At the end of 14 thrilling wrestling matches, we saw 13 pins and 1 forfeit. The final score, Brookline 42, Milton 42. And how about this dual meet, folks? What we got to see here, so many thrilling matches. Brookline getting pin victories from Armani Osorio, Liam Christ, Theo Salvin, Manny Tolkov, Liam Chan, Ale Muravyov, and Serhii Prokopenko. And I guess that's going to do it. Unless there's some sudden death rule that I don't know about. I think the JV wrestlers are gearing up for their matches, I believe. Not 100% sure. I kind of want to stick around just in case. If that is it, and I think it is, if it is the end, then I want to thank you guys for tuning in today to this wrestling dual meet between Brookline and Milton. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. If you enjoyed this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. As we do have some wrestlers setting up. I'm not sure if this is some kind of tiebreaker reserve match or if this is JV. I'm going to stick around and see what's going on. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I think there'd be a little bit more noise and excitement if this was a tiebreaker for varsity, so I think this is just JV. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I think we just got the JV matches going now, and I was only hired to cover the varsity, so that should be it. Hold on, I'm gonna run down quick and just double check. Okay, just double check to be sure, and yes, the dual meet ends in a tie. So our final score, Brookline 42, Milton 42. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Again, be sure to check out the links in the description section down below to the Brookline Wrestling Booster Club and our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Community Foundation. But that's going to be it. Brookline 42, Milton 42. From Copeland Fieldhouse at Milton High School in Milton, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.